This scouting report covers a vacant lot on Prosper Street, east of Bryan, Texas. It's additional information to supplement the preliminary text report that I sent you earlier. Let's begin with this sketch, which looks a lot like the one that I sent you a few days ago. It's been updated with more accurate information. The orange boundary line at the bottom of the photo is accurate to within a foot of the pre-existing fence line in between the lot and the neighbors to the northwest. The yellow boundary is what I copied from your photo that you emailed me several days ago. The blue line depicts a more accurate estimate of the creek path in question. Notice that it's much closer to the yellow boundary line. I disregarded the yellow line and measured the blue line relative to the orange fence line, which was visible through the brush from the creek channel. In the street view of the lot from 12 feet high, you can see the markers along the roadside. The orange markers are where I estimated the corners of the lot are located. The yellow flag marks the culvert where the water feeds the ravine for the full length of the lot. The adjoining neighbor to the immediate northwest has dogs that are fenced in on all four sides by an animal fence. Viewed from above, the lot appears almost entirely wooded, but it's about 35% open at ground level where you can easily walk around. Here's where the ravine exits at the back of the property to the southwest. The entrance to the lot could be quite attractive if it weren't for this abandoned junk truck that's been there for a long time. I could reshoot this shot for you after the truck's gone. That's where the creek drops off near the bottom of the picture. This brush pile should be able to be eliminated by burning it. If this area were to be mowed, it would be quite attractive. If you decide to look at this lot in person, bring mosquito repellent. The creek is infested with swarms of mosquitoes. The total amount of trash in the creek is about enough to fill a 55-gallon drum. Somebody ought to be able to clean it up in about an hour. This gully varies from 2 to 3 feet deep and about 6 to 10 feet wide at the top, about 2 feet wide at the bottom, and the soil is sandy. This photo shows the markers that I put out, with orange marking the corners of the lot and yellow markers marking the culvert under the road. This gully extends northeast across the road towards the neighbor's mobile home. Just beyond the woods towards the mobile home, it appears the ground's been leveled and the gully has been filled. Their entire yard is flat, and it appears that the water comes from all directions, funneling its way into the woods, into the gully, and then under the road into the property that I'm scouting. Everything in their yard to the northeast appears flat, and it's hard to tell where the water comes from in this shot. Here's another street view aerial with the markers that I put out showing the lot corners and the culverts. This is the view of the neighborhood about 150 yards before you get to the lot, which is near the end of the curve in the road. As you approach the lot, these are the houses you'll see along the way when looking to the left. The houses to the right are not visible because they're located deep in the woods. This house is the one that's across the street from the lot where the creek water source comes from. And here's a view of the lot in question while standing in front of the maroon house in the previous photo. We're now looking at the view directly across the street from the lot. This is the last house on the left that's visible from the lot when you're looking east. And here's the house that's probably owned by the person selling the lot. It's pretty cluttered. It adjoins the lot directly to the southeast, and there is no fence between the two lots.